Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Warning. Tiger. Watch the run.
Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Foles. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now Foles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Foles. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's there, first down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Go!
Foles. Throw, but he makes the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On first down, it's Blue. And he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nick Foles, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their own 27. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases just...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Titans.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To the air again, Mariota dancing to his... It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Jags grab it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 59, Mike.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it'll be second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Let's get off the field, D. 12. Rush in. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Jeffrey Simmons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a third and long after that sack.
1-1. Switch gears. Tight dog. Here we go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack on first down, Foles. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that change.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got a good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, team 6.
Back to throw here. Shark's got it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. The open man is Westbrook. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 32-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. A.J. Boye with a pick. 20, 10, 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Mariota. And Davis with it left side. A big play, Mariota to Davis, and even 50 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
We got
59.
what we got? What we got?
59. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Kill.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Throwing, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the corner.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going forward here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here we go. Easy.
I'm coming after you.
Now Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike, check, 59.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 14. Buying time to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Go. Get it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's the backup Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Tannehill. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jake Ryan, his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
What we got?
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch twist.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
Small. No.
Pick.
On second down, this is Jackson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run on first down with Jackson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They're going to run this with a tight end. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Safety's creeping. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Brings up
Check
3rd
that.
and 7.
Shoot! Run! Woo! You got him! Ha ha! You got him!
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
One. Let's go.
Foles. Flushed out right. He may try and run for first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be fit. But those who are